When it comes to filmmaking, I feel like buying batteries is a little bit like grocery shopping. It's never something you really want to do, but it's always something you've got to do. You know what I mean though? It costs money, it's boring, it's never really something you want to go home and play with. But maybe I'm coming off a little bit cold. See what I did there? But really, I guess like batteries, there's probably some good things to grocery shopping too. Like the beer aisle. I guess not all parts of grocery shopping are boring, just like not all parts of batteries are boring. Now this might be a stretch, but let's consider beer aisles to grocery shopping could kind of be like this new SmallRig VB99 Pro is to batteries. Hear me out. Jeez Louise. Made a little bit of a mess there. Don't worry, it's got a scratch-proof front and it's made of aluminum. The things you do for YouTube, man. It's 2 PM. I'm not even drinking. I just did this as a prop. So yes, this is SmallRig's, not just a bottle opener, but their new VB99 Pro V-mount battery. And yes, they did send this out to me, I will say up front, but I'll be honest, when they did send it out to me, I was like, wow, another battery, so exciting. Like, it's just a battery. I wasn't that thrilled about it, honestly. But then I've used this a handful of times. I've been using this on my FX3, I've been using this on my FX6, small things, big things, traveling with it. And there is a lot to talk about and a lot that actually genuinely makes me excited about this battery. Now, a little a preface. About a year ago, I've got a friend with the original VB99 battery, and same thing. I was like, how good could battery be? And then we were traveling, we were on a travel shoot, and it was a very small footprint shoot. And he was like, these things are awesome for travel stuff because you charge it on USB-C and you don't need to bring a whole V-mount battery, block charger, and all of that stuff. And I was like, oh, those SmallRig batteries are actually kind of cool. So fast forward a year or so, and now we are here with this, the VB99 Pro. So I'll start with the build of this battery, and then I'm gonna move into some of the major selling points that really appeal to me when it comes to this battery. As you saw, it's a sturdy battery, it's scratch proof, it can open a beer if you want it to. It's a rugged little thing, but it's small and it's compact, and I think that's what's great, especially if it tailors to you as a travel filmmaker or whatever you're doing involves travel. That's one of the biggest selling points. And also, speaking of travel, as many of you know, the TSA or airplane security has restrictions on the batteries that you bring. But conveniently, 100 watts and lower, you can bring as many as you want. And this just happens to be a 99 watt V-mount battery. So travel wise, just throw a zillion of these in your travel pack and you're good to go. But that's not, the main selling point. I just wanted to add into that. A cool upgrade from the original version, which might I mention, they're the same price. So the Pro is definitely better. The screen wise, if we're talking about build, it's got this screen that says all of the information that you need to know when you plug on it. The power draw, how long you've got, all the information that's important to know when you're on set is going to be displayed right there on the screen that immediately powers on once you plug something into the battery. And then when it does come to charging, it supports up to 100 watts max when charging. So it gets you there in just like 2.5 hours. It's very fast charging. So really, if you get 2 of these, you drain one, throw the other on charge, and then vice versa. You're really working off of only 2 batteries for a whole project. So let's get into this. Up here, I believe this is new from the last one. It's got all of these different ports here. So there's a couple DC, there's some USB-A, and then the most important part that appeals to me is the USB-C. Everything is USB-C nowadays. So it's got a USB in and a USB-C out. So you can charge via USB-C, or you can charge other things or power other things on your camera via USB-C. And then of course it's got your traditional, where is it? D-tap as well. And then you can also plug in and charge your basic V-mount bay. So when I first got this, I was already appealed by just the options. You don't even need like a D-tap plate or a V-mount plate to plug anything in. You've got all the options here. So you can power your monitor, you can power your focus pull or your transmitter or all of the above just through here, and you don't even need a plate. So you got a D-tap and all of these options. But where this really came in handy was literally last week. I was shooting a project where I had a Ronin, like a Ronin gimbal setup and all of that. And the battery was getting low, and I was already powering. I had this right on top of the Ronin as well, just to power the monitor and the transmitter and stuff like that. But then I just took another USB-C out and I plugged it straight into the gimbal grip that was right on top. So this was always charging the gimbal, and I didn't have to worry about swapping out the batteries or anything like that. So not only was it powering my monitor and my transmitter, but it was powering the gimbal essentially as well. So I had a lot more power than just relying on the gimbal grip, which that to me, I was like, this thing is convenient. This has quickly become my go-to, quite honestly, of you know, which one am I going to take on the trip? Which one am I taking out on set? This is going to be the one, just because I know that it's going to come in handy if I got to charge my phone in the airport, or it's going to come in handy if I forget the charger for the V mount. Everywhere has a USB-C. I can just plug it in and charge via this. Or if I need to lighten my load, I don't need to bring the whole freaking this thing. I don't need to bring one of these and plug it in like that and then bring all this and then the cord for it. No, I can just take a USB-C that charges my phone as well and just charge it via that. If I compared it to like here's the SmallRig, here's another one. Like, it's so much teenier. Are you serious? It's like, it's the length of the battery and the mic on top. So, and then here's another, this is like a Anton Bauer. Again, I mean, getting closer, but still it's a lot smaller. It tucks away like in a camera bag really easy. So I've been using this battery a lot, especially on my FX3, but also my FX6, which you see over there. SmallRig thought of everything when it came to that, being under 100 watts, getting as many as you can on a plane, etc. So as you know, there was a VB99 predecessor, I guess, to this, but this is a Pro, and like I said before, the price remains unchanged. It's the same price, $279 at the time of recording. So it's, V-mounts are expensive regardless. I think that this one definitely gets you a little bit more bang for your buck, a little bit more versatility, rather than just like a traditional V-mount, which is still nothing wrong with it, but it's only got D-tap or USB-A, which to me is kind of dated if you ask me. So they did a great job on this battery. I'm excited to actually use them. I kind of wish I had a bunch of them and could replace all of my V-mounts with them. So SmallRig, if you're watching this and feel generous, I would love like 30 of these, or 10, I don't know. Surprise me, or don't. Leave me on red. Regardless, the SmallRig VB99 Pro, I am sure I'm the only one that has ever opened a beer with them, so I guess that's kind of cool, but I've also used them on set with my gimbal, my FX3, my FX6, other camera setups, etc. And it's my go-to that I grab when I'm traveling or just local on set. And that's all. I'm going to leave a link down below with all of the information on this so you can do a deep dive for yourself on this and purchase them. But that's all that is going to consist of this video. So I appreciate you. I'm glad you're still sticking around, and well, I will see you in the next video.